Damn it. Why? Every time, man. Oh my god, so annoying. Okay, truth be told, I really don't forget my wallet like that very often. I'm actually pretty good at making sure that I have all my stuff with me. It's actually borderline neurotic the way I obsess about this type of stuff. But therein lies the problem in that I love gear and I love being prepared to the point where I'm always constantly moving things around and then I forget something or I end up somewhere with all the stuff that I'm never going to need, but I'm always missing the stuff that I do. So today we're talking EDC. No, not the party rave scene EDC. I'm talking everyday carry. See, here's my problem sometimes with some EDC videos. Sometimes they're not practical or they're putting things in their kit that's usually really not essential. And it might be essential to them, but it's not essential to me. You could take some fishing line and some duct tape and wrap it around this lighter and you'll always have that if in the event that you need it. I'm on my way to pick my kid up at school. I don't need a fishing line right now. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I think EDC videos are great. I binge watch a lot of them all the time because it gives me ideas of what gear is out there, but sometimes the gear that's being shown, it's targeted towards specific demographics or specific vocations, and it's not really something that's universally needed, and we end up buying the stuff that just ends up sitting in our pockets with absolutely no purpose to them at all. I just want to create a system where I know what to pick up and what to grab on a day-to-day basis depending on whatever it is that I am encountering that day. And the best way to do that is to compartmentalize. I've kind of found for myself that there are 4 different categories of EDC, and being able to pinpoint these categories allowed me to better carry things in certain situations that I might be in. Category 1, personal EDC. Your wallet, your keys, your phone, things that you know you're always gonna have no matter what, every single day, no matter where you go. The second is vocational EDC, and that's gonna vary between person to person. I love to do content creation, so in my vocation EDC, I might have a small gimbal, or I might have lenses for my cell phone, or I might bring my actual camera and tripods. And the third is situational EDC, and these are things like bug out bags, or get home bags, or first aid kits. These are things that you need in specific situations. You wanna be able to just grab it and go. And then finally, there's vehicle EDC, and that's the stuff that will always stay in your vehicle, things like tool bags. Today, I'm not gonna talk about vehicle EDC, that might be a separate video. I'm not gonna talk about situational EDC. I'm not gonna walk you through my bug out bag or get home bags, but we will talk about the very first, personal EDC, and then somewhat of the second, which is the vocational EDC. I'm not gonna walk you through all of my camera gear, but there are some tech stuff that a lot of us do bring when we travel. So yeah, this is probably going to be a pretty long video because this is not going to be your typical EDC video where I'm just showing you a bunch of cool stuff. I'm going to actually show you a system that will allow you to control your EDC so that you have what you need when you need it. I'm asking you not to skip around too much because I want you to see the progression that I make going from one item to the next, going from the most basic stuff that we carry all the time to full-on travel where you're bringing a lot more stuff than you usually do. So let's just jump right into it. So let's start with the basics. This is the stuff that I bring with me on a day-to-day basis and I carry with me on my persons when I'm not gonna be gone all day. I'm just gonna step out really quick, go to the post office, go to the grocery store, and come right back. My current wallet of choice, and trust me, I've gone through so many different kind of wallets, but I've found that I've been using this one for quite some time now. This one is from Extern. Just press the button and all your cards will fan out. It's also really fidgety if you want to play with it. It has this band on here, and on the band there's a slot for your AirTag, and that holds this plate here where you can put cash. What I'll usually use this for is for my hotel key card. That way it's easy to access, or I can just press it up against the sensor of my hotel door. Now for keys, I have done a bunch of different key configurations as well, but I found that this is the one that has worked out the best. My vehicle key has to be separate from my like house key and mailbox keys. Vehicles will change all the time. I might be taking the Jeep today, I might be taking the 4Runner tomorrow, and then I might be taking a rental car the day after that. I bought this, I don't know, it's called a Hyler. I got this on Amazon. It's just a little brass little carabiner. I like to carry my keys on my belt loop. You just kind of take your vehicle key out, and that way I can switch it out whenever I need to. And all of my vehicle keys have an air tag on that as well. And then on the other end, you have my key bar, and the key bar has my house key, my mailbox key, and things like that. On here, I also have the Griffin mini pry bar. It could be for opening a beer bottle, or it could be just prying something like a nail. And I also bring a handkerchief. This one is from Renegade. I love the design on it. The reason why I bring this particular handkerchief is because this one has a microfiber back, and I need a microfiber cloth all the time, whether that's wiping my sunglasses or my glasses or even camera lenses. In fact, actually, I also like to bring a Zippo. This is one of my favorite things to bring always, because I always need fire. I won't tell you why. I replaced the inside with one that's a butane, because the one that has just a wick, that always tends to die on me. But this one is a little bit more reliable. My knife changes depending on my mood, but these are usually my two go-to. For day-to-day, I'm always bringing this one. This is the one from Kaiser. It's fairly affordable. If I lose it, it's not gonna hurt that bad. But I also love the micarta scales on this. Look how it patinas and just how good it looks. But if I'm feeling fancy, then I bring out my most expensive knife. This is the Benchmade Bug Out. And the reason why this cost me quite a lot is because, well, one, you're paying for the bug out, and that's about $200 to $300 around there. But I also got like custom scales on here, which has a topographic pattern, a brass spacer, some brass touches on here, and then I got a bead. So altogether, I don't know, this came out to about $400 or something like that. Now, I don't normally bring a multi-tool, but if I do need to bring a multi-tool, this is the one I bring. This is the Leatherman Skeletool, and this one means a lot to me because this was actually a Father's Day gift from my wife and kid. And they got me the special edition one, the one that had the topographic pattern on the blade here. It's just really a simple tool. You have your Phillip head or flat head that you can put at the end of this, and then it's pliers, and then it also has your bottle opener here, or a carabiner if you want to use it that way. But it's a really simple tool. Again, it's not something that I bring all the time, but when I do bring one, it's this. So far pretty easy, right? Not that complicated. This is just me stepping out and coming right back. This is what I would bring on me. But say I'm gonna be out all day. We're gonna run errands. We're gonna run here, then we're gonna run there, and then we gotta drop this off and drop that off. Then I'm gonna probably need a little bit more than just this. So to everything I've talked about so far, we're adding these two. This is my secondary wallet. This is basically the catch-all to all the stuff that you don't want to carry on a day-to-day basis. This might hold things like your Sam's Club card or your gas card. And in my situation, I would carry a secondary ID just in case like I lose the one that's in here. My Social Security card, my health insurance card. I also have a card version of my passport. When you get your passport, you can ask for a card one so that you have that one as well. But this wallet is from Alpaca. I really like Alpaca stuff. It's very organized. You have that main pocket here, and then you have this little small pocket here where you could put other stuff. And this is the only place where I'm gonna actually carry a trinket. This is the St. Christopher coin. St. Christopher is the patron saint of travel, and when I'm going overlanding, camping, then I like feeling kind of somewhat protected. It even has a prayer on the back. And then you also have these pockets, like you have one here, which I'm going to carry the Olight flashlight, and this one is the brass one. It's not super bright, but when you're like at a restaurant, whatever, and you can't read something, or if you just need to look somewhere. Next to that is an extra lighter, but this lighter, I put a case on it from PNC Company. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but it's basically you just take a regular small mini lighter like this and put it in the sleeve like this. It just looks a little cool. And then on the other side, you have one more pocket, and this is where I carry what I would like to call my regret purchase. And I regret it not because it sucks. This is actually one of the nicest things I've ever owned, and it works really great. It's just that it was really pricey. I was watching a lot of EDC videos back then, and I saw this one like, ooh, I really want that, and I bought it, And now I'm like, oh, why'd I spend the money when I don't really use this as often as I thought I would? This is the Big Idea Design titanium slide. All it is a utility blade holder. And there are tons of utility blade holders out there that is going to be way cheaper than a titanium one. But I bought it already a long time ago. Might as well put some use to it. They even have utility blades that you can buy that has like the topo pattern on it. So it does look cool. But if I could go back, would I spend money on this again? Probably not. I do love their stuff. It's just this one was pretty pricey for what it is. And then lastly, I have this. This is my mini care kit, and all this is just a pouch from ZF, and ZF makes some really good pouches and they're always in stock. But this is my care kit. What I have in here are like toothpicks with floss. I also have a couple of band-aids in here, alcohol pads, and then lastly I have just a nail cutter because we could be out somewhere and my wife looks at me like, dude, cut your nails. Actually, I need to cut them right now. So now obviously I have to carry all of this stuff, but I'm not putting all of this in my pocket. That's just too much. And that's when I bust out this bag. This is the alpaca pouch. You can strap this to your belt. They have loops in the back. It also comes with a strap if you want to carry it that way. The organization on this is just superb. Like I can basically get one of the knives that I have and put it right through here. Get my multi-tool and put that on the other one. And then I'll take my hanky and I'll put that right behind it. I can take wallet number 2, kind of slip that in there. Take my care kit, kind of slip that in this other pocket here just for organization's sake. Also my lighter, I can just kind of drop this in here somewhere. Then if I want to, there's a front pocket here. Normally you would put your phone, but if I want to put my wallet in there, I would. But normally what I'll just do is I'll carry my wallet in my pocket because I always need quick access to it and I don't want to have to dig through a bag. So this is pretty much my carry when we're running around town all day running errands. We're in and out of the vehicle, so everything that I usually will need is in the vehicle already. But on me, I'll have my wallet in my pocket, got my keys obviously, and then I got everything I need in this pack. Now let's take that up a notch. Let's say we're going to be out all day, but we're not going to be in the vehicle. Maybe we're gonna walk around the farmer's market for a couple hours, or maybe we're going to the movies. Well, I'm gonna need a little bit more than this. So these are the extra items I bring in that particular situation. Got my Ray-Bans. I like the aviators. I also have a pair of Ray-Ban reading glasses. You know, my entire life I've never needed reading glasses, but now that I'm in my late 40s, here we are. Speaking of late 40s, that means I also have to bring medication. And for that, I use this brass pill holder thing. You know, when I'm running around errands all day and I'm in the vehicle, my medications are usually already, I have like spares in the vehicle. But again, if we're gonna be out and I'm not gonna be near my vehicle, I need to be able to take medicines certain times of the day, or I put headache medicine in here or allergy medicine in here. I also bring a larger version of a care kit because again, I'm not gonna be close to my vehicle where I have more stuff. So in here is where I carry other things, same things that I've had before, but here I have microfiber cloth, these toothpicks, floss things. I also have Q-tips in here. Got some band-aids, just simple stuff in case my kid gets a cut or whatever. Moist towelettes, as well as some alcohol prep pads. And then I also have tweezers in case I need that. And I also have a pair of nail cutters again. Oh, and I have some disinfectant cloths. On Amazon you can actually get like patches like this and put whatever it is that you want. So I had one made that said care kit and it just goes right in here, but there is a full Velcro backing on here, so if you want to put any of your patches on there. Now don't laugh at this one. I don't carry this all the time, but this is a wallet for casino cards. Asian people and gambling. I think it's kind of ingrained in our blood. I got my casino reward cards. You can put that on one side, and on the other side I can put cash and whatever else that I might need in there. This is from Deus Ex Machina. I can clip this onto my belt loop and then I have access to those cards when we're walking around slot machines. So now we move on to this stuff. This right here is my mini tech pouch. I'm not bringing my computer, so I don't need to bring drives and a mouse and all that other stuff. I just need certain things to basically recharge my phone and other things. This one is from Magpul, not super duper expensive. It's also really rugged because of the material that it's made of. Starting over here, I just put a notebook in case I need to jot down some notes. Two kinds of pens. Got a Sharpie. I have a regular pen if I need to write things down in my notebook. Got my Olight Baton 3. I usually carry a flashlight already, but this is just in case I need an extra flashlight, and this one is a lot brighter than the other Olight. Also have an extra lighter, and then over here I have the Goal Zero. I forget the name, but it's just like a quick boost power bank. If I need to get a quick charge, I at least have something here. I do have a USB-A to USB-C, which will usually be compatible with rental cars, and especially the ones that are a little bit older and don't have USB-C on it yet. But if I do run into a vehicle that has a USB-C and not a USB-A, instead of bringing another cord, I made sure this time that I just brought a 12 volt charger, because every vehicle still has the 12 volts. So I can just plug this right in and I'll be able to get a charge that way, and I won't be stuck somewhere not being able to charge my phone. And to this, I add this. This is the Goal Zero, I forget, the Nomad 5. This is a quick solar panel. You plug this into here and you will charge this power bank back up again, and then it stays like that, right? And then you just mount it somewhere and make sure you get some sunlight and you'll get some charge. I don't really run Goal Zero. However, I bought this long time ago, and so I made sure that I'm still using it since this was kind of pricey. So obviously all this additional stuff is no longer going to fit in a bag like this, so we need to step this up. And for that, I went with the Chrome Industries sling, and I like their sling a little bit better. I don't even know if they sell this one anymore, but this one doesn't feel so fanny pack-ish, where it's kind of like that bulgy thing. It's like a lot slimmer. I like this because of the way this organizes without creating so much bulk. So taking stuff out of here, there are certain things that are going to stay in here so that I never forget it. Like this care kit, that's staying here permanently because I now have this care kit that I'm bringing. So the only things that are going to come out are my secondary wallet, my Zippo lighter, microfiber handkerchief, and my knife and multi-tool. This pocket is super soft, and that was actually made so that you can put sunglasses and glasses without it getting scratched up. Then I'll take my microfiber cloth and then I'll put it in the pocket back here. Now over on this pocket, this is where I will load up my knives and my multi-tool, my medicine little tin thing, along with my Zippo lighters. Now at the top right here, this is an open well. Then you have a second one that has a couple of pockets in there, and then you have a third one on the very back that's normally for iPads. But what I put in the back, since I don't bring my iPad with me, that's where I'll put this solar panel. And then right in the middle pocket, you'll see that I have these spots here. My secondary wallet, that'll just fit nicely in there, and then my care kit can go in here, and then this just fits nice and snug in here. And I now have everything I need right here without it being bulky. Okay, so do you see the progression and where I'm going with this? We start with something small and we build up. I'm not bringing everything everywhere all the time when I don't even need that stuff. But there is a step up somewhat from this. It's really more of a parallel line. So let's say I'm gonna step out for the day and I'm gonna go to Fosco's, which is my favorite cafe here in town, and I'm gonna get work done there. Or maybe I'm going to a business meeting and I need to bring a computer with me. Obviously, can't carry my laptop and stuff in here. And so in this situation, we're gonna move this up a little bit. We're gonna go with this Wandered sling pack here, and I'm gonna show you what's really cool about this one. Everything that's in here is gonna go into here except for this tech kit. This tech kit remains in here full time. This solar panel remains in here full time. So that's always never gonna go anywhere. But I will remove my care kit, my secondary wallet, and then we're gonna take all the sunglasses and everything back out. So this pretty much hasn't opened well. You just open this up here, and then you have some organization in here, and then you also have like a little pocket here. I'll basically put my glasses in there. I'll even put my handkerchief in there as well. Secondary wallet in the front, little slot right here, and that's where I can put medicine, Zippo. And then you'll notice back here there are these like slots, and this is usually for like SD cards or camera batteries, but I don't ever use that. But there are two other pockets right there, and that's where I can kind of slip my knives into. And then care kit right here. Now, this is where I add in my full-blown tech pouch. This one is from Alpaca as well, and this one is so comprehensive. So starting right here, you'll see that I have a pen, and then you have the slot here. Got my magic mouse, my charging cable for my phone, USB-C. This one is what I replaced the laptop charger with. This is from Anker, 2 USB-Cs and 1 USB-A, but in case there's no power outlet anywhere, this has its own power. So you just press that button, and then this will charge up your phone and your laptop without you needing to plug into a wall. So in the event that you go to some cafe or whatever and there's no outlets nearby, or everyone else has used their outlets, then you can run off this for a while. So that all just nestles in there really nicely and evenly. And then below that, my T7 Samsung T7 drives. So these are SSD. One of them I use for video editing, which is this, and then this one just has all my files, like anything else that's outside of video editing, and this one is client files. I mean, look how nicely they fit into there. And in here you have like slots, so I have like business cards in there. I also have an extra flashlight. I actually just keep the battery out so that I don't kill that battery, and then just drop it in here when I need it. There's also a slot here for an extra SD card, but instead of doing that, I actually bring the SD card adapter. So like if you have an SD card that has the mini, then you can drop that in there, and then you can read off of that. And that just rests right there. Well, that's great, Asia, but what about your computer? This is the Wandered computer sleeve, laptop sleeve. That sling right here. And then at the bottom, you'll see another zipper right here. This little pocket thing comes out from there. Actually, let me take this tech kit out first. Makes it really hard because this is pretty bulky. And this slides right in, and then there are straps to hold it in place so that you don't, it doesn't come falling out. This will go back in. And that is my in-town mobile workstation. And as per usual, wallet in my pocket, keys on my belt loop. And there you go. Now, last and final step. We're talking full-blown travel. I'm going out of town, and for that, my travel bag. And this is also by Wandered. This used to be my camera bag. It had camera cubes in there, but I took it all out, and I just use this specifically for travel now. So I'm gonna walk through what's in here and all the stuff that gets carried over. Laptop right in here. And Wandered has all these pockets here if you wanna add certain things, but I found that they are a little squished. When you have your laptop in here, it's hard to pull the laptop out when this gets all packed up. But what I will normally do is I'll take my glasses and I can put that right in there, and it stays nice and protected. This tech case falls in here. This also opens up and you can access it from this side as well. And in this right here, this is my travel wallet. And what's basically in here is I have my regular passport that's slipped right in there. And then in here, I have a field book, and I also have 2 pens in here, my Sharpie and a regular pen that's in there. There's also another slot if you want to add another kind of pen. So this is basically kind of like my journaling, and also has my passport. So that just goes nice and neatly in there. And then right here, you have this little kind of a side pocket here, and I will take my keys, and then I just kind of loop this in there, tuck it away, and then around my waist, you'll see that they have this little pocket here, which is clutch. I love pockets on the actual strap here, because what I will do with that is got my headphones. I need regular like auxiliary headphones because when you're on a plane, got another lighter. You'll notice that I'm bringing lighters and cords everywhere because those are always the two things that I find myself using all the time, and I need redundancy in those situations. Oh, not to mention that my regular Zippo, this won't go with me on a flight because obviously you can't bring butane with you. So that will stay at home. And then also my knives, multi-tools, that's not coming with me because can't bring that through security as well. And then this, my medicine case, that will go right in here as well. My secondary wallet, there's a little pocket right here, and then that'll go in there. And then this care kit will drop into the main compartment here. And I'm gonna show you the other stuff that is in this bag that always stays in this bag and never comes out, so I never forget it. A couple of things in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like this too because it's a roll bag, so if you needed to expand this can get expanded. You could put a hoodie in there, whatever, like an extra jacket. So care kit goes inside. A My Medic first aid kit. And this first aid kit is a pretty minimal first aid kit. It has everything that I will need on the road in the event that something happens. You have everything from bandages, shears, gauze, face mask. If I am sick, then I'll put that on and I don't want to get anybody else sick. It also has a Swiss Tech glass breaker. I bring this because if I'm in a rental car and something were to happen, I want to be able to, hit the window and break it. And it's TSA safe because there's nothing else on there except for, there's a light, but it's like dead. I don't even use this flashlight. This goes in there as well. This is from Wandered also. This is just a cube. And what I put in here is an extra t-shirt, extra socks, extra underwear. And this never leaves this bag. It just stays in here because I do bring clothes. Maybe you checked in your luggage or whatever and you need new socks or you spill something on your shirt. You have an extra one on hand. So that's a really good hack to just have just a compact one that has just an extra pair of those 3 items outside of your luggage. So you don't have to dig in your luggage for that. And then I have this RockFit towel. I like the design on this, but usually I use this more for if I'm sweating or if I need to wipe my brow or whatever. That towel, that goes in there. And then this is my travel kit. So this pouch, this is made by a company called Viper Aid, and I really like their pouches. Again, I went to Amazon, got a pouch that said travel kit. That way I know what this one is. Inside I have a Sharpie, so mini Sharpie. Then I brought this mini clamp. You ever gone to a hotel room, shut the drapes, and the drapes just don't close all the way? Well, you can pinch those drapes together and then pinch it with this and it'll stay closed for better privacy. Next to that, I have this Kershaw tool. You use this to do some stuff with your pocket knives or whatever, but I also find that I need to use just mini screwdrivers all the time. So you get all the bits in there and you just pop it right in there. And it's also TSA friendly, so you can bring that. Also have another flashlight on here. This is the Olight 3T EOS. And this is good for, again, on the plane, I need to shine a light. Behind that, I have just like some straps like this. I also have some zip ties on there in case I need to zip things together. On this side, again, a lighter, redundancy. This is from Gorilla Dirt. They had sent me like utensils for camp, but I found that I don't like to use these small ones. However, you're in a hotel, you order some food, they deliver the food to you and they don't give you utensils for it. Well, that's why I bring these. Or if I'm on a plane, if I'm bringing something on board, then I have a spoon and fork. I have extra cords as well. I have a USB-C, a lot shorter one. And then in this pocket, got some paper clips, got an extra zipper pull in case the zipper pull breaks on my jacket. And then I have some rubber bands. And that also just goes right in here. And then in the front, Wandered sells this little pouch that you could attach to the front. You can actually buy another one up here too if you want like a double pouch, but I decided to keep a strap here. I use this to carry a jacket or a hoodie. Oh, there is a zipper as well over here, and in there I keep some Bluetooth headphones from Bose. And then right here, in here I have an extra microfiber cloth. This is also from Renegade. This one has a different design on that. These are my knock-around sunglasses. So I usually will sometimes not bring these because these are a little bit pricier. These are the Blenders eyewear sunglasses. They're fine. They're like, I don't know, 20 bucks. They're not expensive at all, which that means if I lose these or forget these on the plane, or if I forget this in the rental car, you know, it's not gonna really hurt me. They are polarized, and that just goes in there. I want this to be quick grab because when I'm sitting in the rental car and this is in the front seat, I need to be able to grab the stuff that's on here without having to dig through the bag. Also have this charger from Anker, and I like this one because it's a MagSafe charger. See, this one is a USB cord that has 3 different ends on it. So one is USB-C, one is micro USB, and then you have a lightning. And then the other end of that is USB-A, great for rental cars or whatever. I do need to get another 12 volt little plug thing in the event that I need that. I need to put that back in here. And then I also put in a headlamp. I don't like wearing headlamps at camp, but I've had this laying around forever. So I just brought it with me in the event that, you know, let's say I'm on a plane, and I drop something on the ground, I need to be able to see something. Great for reading too, like on the plane and everyone else has their lights turned off. You can use this if you would like. My handkerchief, my sunglasses, and my wallet. These will go in my jacket. Everything stays in my jacket and I don't have to remove and empty my pockets when I'm going through TSA. And that's the system. Every item is practical, every item is pretty much essential, and every item is something that you might be using at some point or the other. Obviously, you can take the system, tweak it to work for you, add in some stuff that I normally wouldn't bring, or take out some stuff that I would bring that you normally wouldn't need. But do you see what's happening? My EDC, instead of me moving it from one bag to the other, I just have it where it kind of grows depending on the situation I might be in. Starting with just going around town and running errands. I'm going to be out all day right here, and most everything I need in those situations are in the vehicle. Moving up to where we're going around town, but we're going to be stationary somewhere and I'm not going to be close to my vehicle. I need things with me. That's where I bring this. And then if I'm working remotely, I'm going to be sitting in a cafe, then I'm going to bring this with me with all my tech stuff. And then when I'm traveling out of town, obviously the backpack comes into play with all the stuff that I need in there. Now, obviously there are other bags that I'm not going to get into because they're going to be really specific. There's a bag that I might bring when we're overlanding and camping, and there's stuff that I need for that. Or if I'm going on a trip where I'm creating content, there's a different bag for that as well. And I'm not going to walk you through all that because there's a lot of you who don't do that, and that would just be pointless for me to show. But this is your universal EDC that would pretty much apply to everyone. For me, this system works. Everything kitted out. That will ensure that I'm not forgetting all the little things, or I'm having to move little things from one bag to the other. Everything's all in a kit. It's all labeled, and I just can move it. And certain kits will stay in certain bags so I don't forget it. Eris, are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna get ready soon. Funny enough, we're actually going to a kid's birthday party today, and we're gonna be in someone's house pretty much all day. So I'm gonna bust out this and pack this up for that. See, didn't even have to think about it. Let's go to this party. Oh, it's gonna be torture.